Oh man. What's up, guys? It's gonna start getting warmer than that. I'm trying to do the squat push-up challenge thing. It sucks. Shoot, it burns this pretty quick. Probably nothing fucking good. Lost strength. The Zeal one's not bad because that double chance can go up almost to 100%. That critical strike damage is ridiculously high. I guess being this strong, it's kind of like pointless. Like it's a small jumping gear. It's like being at the end game of like EverQuest and that when you already have like the best gear. It's just tweaking yourself like a couple percent here and there.
Been
It's
fighting
a little
hard?
bit stronger.
Make something new at these.
That wasn't bad. That was fun. Okay, got double. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. We're talking about Stranger Things and that. The gay community's upset because in their head they're trying to. I get why gay people want to do things they're doing that, but I'll tell you what, no one fucking cares. Gay community is such a small community, and people want to get screamed and shout about, you know, feelings and something like. Gay people do what the fuck they want to do. If you have a gay show, you have a gay show. If you have a gay fucking character, you have a gay fucking character. The kids ain't gay and all of a sudden nowhere they become gay. You know, very like, I'd look at it like this. The best way to make money is to support a higher graphics of people. When you do a lower graphics of people, eventually you get to that point where you're not gonna make as much money, so why would you sit there and do such things? I like to tell people that, like, why go there and promote gayness when the gay community is not that big? Because they scream and shout. Most of those people are not even gay. They're just white liberal women or white liberal, you know, fanatics. They want to be cool. It all comes down to people that weren't cool in school back then, were the gothy kids, all stuff like that, and they hated the popular kids. The popular kids actually did shit. How's that one? Got some material. I'm trying to look for a 3-sword thing. If I can get one like this and get it up to, like, I doubt we'll get up to 300 and something %. The highest I've seen it was only 285. Get one with 3 of those things on there, and then I can put another master thing in there. That'd be nice. Because then the double damage would be ferociously. I think that's what I lost a lot of damage when I don't have the double. See, like this one's like 2 something. Oh, here's the Trad Advance. Gain 3 skill rankings, you get 6 altogether in that. Advance gets 6 fucking skills, so we go up to 11 already. And the funny thing is, I think I have the sword too. Where's the sword at? I think I have the sword. Yeah, the sword gives me 4 to Zealot skills, so that'll be up to level 15. The damage is fucking tremendously fucking weak. You do the Zealot sword advance, you travel all over the place. slightly better. Okay, so he doesn't give me a shit. See, that's the thing, only certain characters give you stuff from that. I'm trying to find a better one of this. I want to get a star, 3-star of this, so I can get that righteousness up. And probably get the double damage chance up. I think it only goes up by like 30-something%, but still. I really like to get that fire damage up. Because it gets up 500%, so really it takes like 6,000 something. Close to 6,000. Of course with my buffs. Got like 30,000 of damage increasement, all damage increasement. Something like that. Actually, the thing I haven't checked in a while. I always like checking this or this. It has to be over 2,000 though. It is over 2,000. No, never mind. Yeah, it's 2,000. See, right now I'm just trying to perk up. There you go. Forward zealot skills. That damage does double, gives me good health. Zeal does just more damage. So if you equip that with the dash boots, you're getting quite a bit of fucking damage. I know. It's so weird how much the damage goes up by. That shield gives me that much more damage. It does. That shield gives me all of my damage. That's fucking crazy. What's the nose? That's probably... Oh, it was the hammer thing, yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, just trying to bolster my strength, get my strength up as much as possible. Once I get done with my 5th tree, which will probably bring me over like, I don't know.
It is done.
300. Okay. But yeah, there's a lot of drama going on. So there's Will Smith drama. Supposedly this like 30-something-year-old man. He was third. He was third place in American Got Talent for playing a fucking violin. I'm like, okay, a lot of people play violins. You just got picked for it. You know, whatever. So you got a talent that most fucking people have. Playing instruments altogether. You're just boasting yourself. And of course he's a black guy, and Will Smith, you know, being a black guy too. They're sitting there like dude tried to say that Will Smith is trying to coerce him. That's what he did. Dude's my age, 30s. So he filed a lawsuit against him. I was like, dude, you're in your motherfucking 30s, bro. 30s. Why in the fuck are you having a lawsuit against someone? Just so you can sit there and complain that your butt hurts because you know, all these allegations are going around that about all these people and shit. Yeah, there's a shit ton of outrage going on because you know everyone's coming out and they're all getting after these celebrities and shit for being perverts. And of course, they're all fucking most of them perverts and that. You look at their lives. Their wives are unfaithful. They divorce them for fucking money all the damn time. The man's got an unfaithful woman. It's more or less like he's gonna have an unfaithful fucking, you know, lifestyle. The fucking Jan Smith and that, she's just a fucking whore. She sleeps with everybody now because she's just a whore. You know, he wants to get emotional over his wife being a whore. I'm like, well, dude, your wife's a fucking hoe. She sleeps with younger dudes because she doesn't care about you. Because you're a fucking pussy. And she's not traditional. Because traditional people get married because of love, not because of resources. God tells us to get married because of actual love itself, which means it's a connection with God, not with resources. People want to get married because of resources to make life easy. But what they don't know is life gets fucking easier in general if you just fucking obey the constant laws that God gives us for marriage. Life gets easier when you're married. Why? Because you have someone else to rely on too. But when you're impatient and you don't actually love a person, that's the one thing I try to teach my ex. Like, you're impatient. You're so materialistic. You're a spawn of Satan itself because you are prideful and all this stuff and that. But you do have a good heart. You're just very vulnerable because of your past mistakes that happened a long time ago. You still talk about it fucking today. Get fucking over it. Move on with your life. You don't want to move on because you knew you didn't want to be with him because you weren't fucking attracted to him. And GJ said that she was. If you were so damn attracted, then why'd you cheat on with a fucking hot, fucking steroid out fucking dude? You know, basically what happened. I'm not saying to be mean towards her. It's just, it's a combination of how immature you are to sit there and get into a relationship and not be 100% with them. But you still, you know, want to do these things. Like, this is what people are going through nowadays. They're so confused. Like, well, I don't want to follow the trade of life in that because, you know, I'm still in the cool rebellious phase. Rebellious phase in your fucking 30s? 30s? Grow up. Like, you have to grow up. Everyone has their own lifestyle that they have to go by. I completely agree that, you know, you have a certain lifestyle in that, and they always make up excuses. The vice theory, which is fucking retarded. It's like, everyone has their vices. No, not everyone has vices. People that follow God, God speaks the truth about humanity being a specific way. Vices are bullshit excuses to not know the truth by lurking in the shadows and being part of the demons that sit there and lurk around you, that tell you you're not worth it, that they do all this stuff and they confuse you. They say, you know, jack off again, it's okay, you know, you always have another day. How many times people say, you always have another day? Why is that always such a way of, like, thinking? You always have another day. Because God keeps giving you chances until you die to go to Him. So you gotta, like, Some people have at least probably till 50s to 100 to alleviate their spirit to God, to give it to Jesus. And Jesus is sitting there just waiting. See, people want to think that things just happen. No. And this is where the victim mentality starts coming in. I'll see so many people sit there and they say these same things that I used to say. And sometimes I get into it quite a bit. And I look at it, I'm just like, okay. So why am I saying such these things? And sometimes it's just because I'm in a situation that I have no control over. I lack control. Well, there's the key word, control. How many people that are narcissists, they want to control everything, but they still don't have actual intelligence to be in control of nothing. They have no control. That's why, you know, some guys can get big-ass muscles and that, and they want to be a bull. They want to control things. But other guys get big-ass muscles and that. They become wise men. They don't want to control everything. They accept things for what they are. Fine line of difference. But that's what the problem comes into. How much control do you actually have in your life? Can you make all the choices you want in your life? Yeah. Can you get manipulated to do the things that you don't want to do? Emotionally? Yeah. But you still have a choice. Here's a choice. When you follow God, you follow rules that are indefinite. Which means they are the rules of life. That's why the Word of God's so important. It's not because they're just stories or whatever it is. They're laws and they're rules and they're guiding points for your life. Even the most holiest of people, Moses or Elijah or any of these prophets and that, they still had fucking problems. And they were holy people. Holy. They make us look like fucking retards. We're completely downfalling. And I want to say it like this. You know, kind of to make myself clear with this stuff. It's not our fault that we're like this. That's the problem. Some people try to be the problem of this faithfulness is people. Well, it's like impossible to be 100% faithful. Even someone that's gonna, you know, being reborn in that and trying to learn all stuff in that. Like, I can't listen to the devilish music anymore. Like, I'm updating myself. I only listen to, you know, happy-go-lucky music and that. I don't listen to anger music and that, and hate the world music and that. I don't listen to that shit anymore. Matter of fact, it's hard for me to, you know, have even listened to the shit at work. You know, talk about, you know, having sex with people and that, and getting laid and shit. It's all satanic rubbish. I have to bring my earbuds in because I hate listening to that shit. It's so much fucking poison out there. But people listen to it. And they listen to it and say, well, there's nothing wrong with this. Like, your ears are freaking. You're not supposed to do all these things and that. And people always say, you know, well, you play violent video games. Yeah, I can play violent video games. It doesn't mean I absorb into it and try to become it.
Don't just stand there.
But it's still not good for me.
Right into my trap.
It's still not good for me to do these things. But if my mindset's strong, I can look at this as a fun game. Like, I was playing another game, I just have a level up game. I love numbers. I've always been a dork with that shit. You know. It's just little things. Like, today I'm trying to lower down my pre-workout with just to do 1 scoop. Because I like drinking it because of the flavor in that, so I can do at least like 3 scoops before it starts to affect me a lot. But it's all about holding off on it. Stuff like that. It's just little things. It's kind of little things. Like I did my squats and I did like 60 squats. Was it difficult? Yeah, because I hammered them pretty fucking hard. I was doing 30s and that. And I'm trying to get into body weight exercise that so I can, well, lose weight, because body weight exercises seem to be the best. Especially cardiovascular and that. It's New Year? Wow. Can I do this shit every day? Probably not. I have to say it is kind of difficult. Because it's a lot of energy in that, and I'm not getting any younger. But it's going to help my vitality out. Turn that damn sword. Can't see the fucking sword. Oh, that looks way too damn cool. Oh, what is this? That looks crazy. Oh. It's so massive. Yeah, I always like this one bus. Yeah, but I have to say, it's just the little things. You know, it's just... Like people say, you know, it's hard to lose, right? It's hard to change it out. Oh, fuck! These sneezes get so ferocious. That's the thing is with this game, they keep on changing their abilities. They do the same thing with 3. That's how you tell they're different creators. This game is fun. A But like Diablo 2 and 1, especially Diablo 2, like all the characters are really fucking strong. Like you get a really heavy ass barbarian, you gotta be once you get shot and you go down whirlwind, you become very, very strong. And then the only problem is getting all that attack speed back and going full on concentrated does enormous amount of damage. I better do that. I was a real lightsaber person now. Lightsaber is really bad, like 60% more. See, I like Lord of Destruction. They made the characters, the monsters. So people with the dying father were obsolete and didn't really do anything. Talk about being addicted to stuff, man. I just feel so. Can't say I want to feel bad. I feel, that people that do all these drugs that they think that they're going somewhere, but they're not going anywhere. They're basically a stalemate. Drugs literally put you in a stalemate mindset. People want to say that, oh, well, it's fun. Every time I see anyone on drugs or alcohol, anything that's like too much, zoning out, like, even the pre-workouts that people say, you can zone out on them. The focus that it's so high that your brain will go into a zombie mode. Even for myself, I fucking hate being in that mode. Like, it's acting control, you're very fucking limited. That's what I'm trying to like reduce to myself. I think it's the flavor of it now. So I never just want to be off of it all together. I think something is very
Locked.
Try to get to Like when EverQuest was just a grind, you had to actually fucking grind. Like they had monthly fees.
Winner
They
picks
made
the
it free,
dinner
and then they
menu.
had like, I'd rather pay. When you still can pay a monthly fee, you can still pay $15 a month.
To be mine.
Like, there's still people that play a lot of WoW. There's a lot of people that cut off a WoW match because they played crazy damn much. They got so addicted to the game that it got to the point where like their life was revolving around that game 100%. Which I can tell you.
One yet.
You know, like you wake up, you play before you go to bed, and then you wake up and you play it again before you go to work, and then after work, you come get on today. Like, oh, I have to go work now. Like, okay, and I'll see you when I come to work now. And you get good and shit, you get old and that, you have friends that go on and go and get to the game. So y'all got mine and gather and craft a bunch of good stuff for everybody now. Everybody's always, you know, help each other out, whatever not. I mean, obviously, I was more of a solo player when it came down to most of the video games in the first place. To me, I never really sat there and actually found one. Nice. And like, it's kind of fun. But the real world can actually get advances in the real world. So that's why I can't be a super dork anymore. Like getting an actual paycheck and sitting there and being out in the public net seems to be a lot more fun. I think a lot of people get kind of angry with this, the shut-in. I don't blame you. To a lot of people, it's just entertainment. Like, and you can't beat people that are going to guide you in that. That's the thing it is. Like, most people always say, I know people don't like Andrew Tate, so, you know, when you got rich in that, most of the richest people in the world now were just, they were just back, they had a lot of money in that, but they didn't really care if they had a lot of money in that. They knew it was a power struggle. Well, yeah, of course it's a power struggle. Yeah, it's just like Elon Musk is right there, the profit, you know, becoming the AI chip thing to control the power. Yeah, it's all money based. Things have to happen. The prophets, especially Jesus, talked about revelations. It's going to happen no matter what. It has to happen. People scream and shout about it. It's like, well, if we know about these things, then why do we have to do it? Because it's God's will. That's the whole point of God's will. It has to happen. It doesn't matter what anybody says. It matters if you try to stop. You can't stop God's will. And people get kind of like upset with that stuff and they're all like, well, I just want to live in that. Like, this life is not the only life we live. Matter of fact, it's not even close. Because imagine life without sin. And you're like, what do you mean by that? People don't even know. Exactly. You don't know what it is to have no sin. That's why if you go back to a childlike state, that's the closest you can get to be a non-sinner. You know what happens when you're a non-sinner? You lack a lot of fucking knowledge. You live merely by the love of your heart. And love is a very powerful thing in general. Even like your mom and dad, especially I ask people in relationships, you're so confused. Like, you don't give into your heart when you love, prostitution, sex. You want to be a new Bonnie Blue. Despite the fact, you know, she's not, you know, she's a rather, you know, deeply attractive girl with fucking most of the ball. When you think to yourself about it, what is it? It's just sex. Ain't nothing special about it. Literally. And then get all disgusted about it, like, oh, you guys are following this girl and that. It's like, you just want to get followed by all little dude. If you can stomach it. Stomach it. That's what it is. You get pretty upset by stuff now. That was a judgmental thing. Like, I would never, like, if a man had sex with a woman that, I would surely wouldn't not be proud of that shit. I'd be like, why? You know how many of those women that you would make things apart just so you can get a fucking egotistic way of people have to admit that I'm egotistic. I've been with women, I've never had sex with them. You know, that's the whole point. I refuse to have sex with women. And of course, the women either don't believe me, they say, oh, you did do it, or guys are just like, oh, you're just bluffing. They don't, and they actually, you know, said there, well, yeah, but well, you're. I look at it from both perspectives. Like, you can believe what you want to believe, but like, the truth is true. You know, it's not to be particularly proud of, it's just experience. Just like anything else with experience in that, you're gonna have to, you know, gain it somehow. You know, despite how people get pissed off about it. And say, what it is, what it is. It's like you lift weights, you get bigger muscles. You know. If you sit there and talk to a lot of women, you eventually get good at talking to a lot of women. You eventually get good at counting women and looking pretty and beautiful. You do all that stuff just to get to a woman. Just as much as a woman wants to get their ass fatter now. You do that stuff to get your ass fatter to get a man. To get closer to a man. Even though you haven't done a man doesn't mean that you don't want to. This but the fact of what people say, and people say a lot of things, like the truth be told, it's all about attention. They say, I don't want no attention, but then why do you talk about it? Why do you rush? Why don't you give in to the actual way of living? You have to ask yourself that. You say, when you're a teenager, that you're filled with love and that. Yeah, because you don't know anything. You're filled with and as you rebel against God, you start to be more like shit. You start to not understand them. You start to understand life. And then you get into a point in your life and that you just don't know anything at all. That's why when kids are not they go on drugs. They don't know what to do. They try to be rebellious, be cool, be like this dumb fuck. The dude's a piece of shit, and he's lying to you, he's manipulating you. The devil's got him snared. And then you might look at people, say like me, that wants to be the love, and they can't find it. It doesn't exist. No, it exists. They just can't find them because there's so many people out there that are just fucking lost. It's one of the reasons why I don't waste my time with women my fucking age, because they're all broken as fuck. They're all on drugs, they all got alcohol issues, they've got issues altogether, they have fucking marital issues, men with so many fucking damn dudes. They're hugely more narcissistic. They want you to control everything. They think about everything that could possibly be like, well, at this certain age, man, I can be a kid. What the fuck is talking about certain age? Like, who tells you this shit? You put on a guideline that you can't fucking meet. That's why you're having troubles. That's why you're a fucking idiot. That's the reason why you have trouble. Like my expert, she put down massive guidelines, and the guidelines are never going to be met. Okay, you already fucked up. You already you fucked up one area because you're self-indulgent. So that's what are you sure it's other shit? I don't know. It doesn't matter. You tried it. It doesn't matter. Try to go out with the guidelines. Any man that says certain age will not look at you as a wife, will look at you as a host. You're just nothing but a piece of ass and a that's what you chose yourself to be like. It doesn't matter how much money selling is, or how much your lifestyle changes and all this bullshit that you create your own mess. Because you didn't follow the guidelines that were supposed to be followed. That's what God keeps telling us. You don't follow the guidelines that your Creator gave you to become the happiest you can become. But that's the reason why you rebel so much. Because you try to think that it's not all love, you gotta do something else. But you want to do it anyway. And you lie about it. How many people you come across that you say, you know, why don't you love? And they're like, oh my god, love is dead. Love's not dead, you're just dead on the inside. You lack love. Love itself can't die. You lack love. You harden your heart to the reality because you don't want to live in this reality. And then you hate yourself for it. Because you don't know that people actually love you, because you don't understand what love actually is. You just don't get it all together. When you explain love to someone, explain it like this. If God is love, what is hatred? Lucifer, Satan. Okay? So if the demons and Satan, all these people that go against God, which means they're going against love, purity, positivity, all the things that make things good. So if you want to have a happy, good life, you're going to need love. You're going to need God in your life to be able to understand love. You have to read the scriptures and listen to people that know the scriptures very well to be able to understand love. See, love is a void that's filled up with the Holy Spirit, with God itself. But people fill their voids. Jesus speaks about this in the Bible a lot to understand why these things happen in your life. And that, okay, you try to fill a void with something that's not love. And that's why there's issues. And I promise you, a lot of people do these things. And they don't even realize it. And then they get angry over it because they want it, but they deny it too. It's like a catch-22. then they become, well, basically hypocrites. You want something, but you don't know how to get it. But people try to teach you how to get it, and you still deny it. People don't teach you stuff just because they're trying to show off and be cool, be rebellious. People teach you things that they actually love. If one person loves, people get dragged towards it. Why? Because it's the Holy Spirit. It's God itself. Because people want that love, and they abuse that love. Just like people abuse Jesus' words. Jesus talked about it in the Bible multiple times. That people may use my names for miracles because my name holds power, but it doesn't mean they actually are faithful with me. It doesn't mean they actually believe in me. The name itself carries weight. So you can do miracles in my name because I am his and a lot of people do. But to have love is to be understanding. And sometimes understanding people is difficult. Because they have to be the ones that give in, though. They have to be the ones to speak out. Say, hey, I have a problem with that. Please help me. If you don't say these things, you never get anything. You're never admitting to anything. That's why dopers hide their shit, and they do it all the time. I work with people that do drugs, and they hide it. They try to hide so much. Because why? Because they're ashamed of it. But they keep on doing it. Because inside their minds, they think that's the only way out. And I say the only way out of most anything is forgiveness. You have to forgive yourself. You have to confess sin. If you can't confess sin, then how could you ever get rid of that sin? If it's something like worry or anxiety. I worry about stuff a lot when I was younger. I worry about stuff a little bit now that I'm older. But my worries are going down because I trust what he does. You know, I go through the gospel, Bible, and I looked up Mark 1:25. 1:25 talks about when you were facing the guy that had lesions in him. He had a legion demon, which is like shit ton of like 15,000 demons right now. The thing of it is, you know, he said specifically. He said, "What are you here for?"
This place is...
He said, "I know who you are. I'm to destroy you. I know that you are one of the holy ones." I said, God was actually evil, and this world would not be the way that it's and God is love, and grace. What would happen if he didn't exist?
Mother Annika says the light delivered us to these mines. She says we were sent to do good work, to deliver
when you put that
good
into
materials
perspective,
to the fine folk at Korvala.
if God wasn't love
She
itself,
says it's
100% love,
Father's
that's what it
grand
is. Without
design.
God, there would be no love. There would be no
I'm
grace. There would be no
faithful.
happiness.
Truly, I am.
Just imagine
This
the
is
world
Father's work?
that there was no
hear
rest.
strange
You couldn't
noises.
sleep. You couldn't recover. You couldn't heal.
Of a foul odor.
That's what it is to be in
and
hell.
the structures?
People might strike it down, be like, well, blah, blah,
Wooden
hell's a
holes
constant
gathered
party
throughout
with
the
Lucifer and
tunnels.
that. No, it's not.
Obviously,
Lucifer has no
man-made,
power over hell.
But not
He
by
never
us.
did.
Who made it?
Christ only did. Jesus did.
What is this place
He
exactly?
created hell for a reason. And that's where people always seem to get very stupid with hell. Hell's light. It's not like Little Nicky. You run around and you're playing fucking pop. No. Hell's really a place of torment. You don't get tormented by demons. You get tormented by God's will. Because you disobeyed him for so long. You did yourself for that. You didn't try to live the law. When people say you live hell on earth, it's trying to tell you live without God, hell becomes part of your life. But as you're still alive, you can still sit there and try to go back to him. Some people get caught by the world. And they get the devil's grasp on them, and they can't go back. It's really impossible to go back. But when you're at your weakest, God wants to try to give you mercy. Why? God's always want to be merciful. Even when I denied and that, well, he doesn't do this, do that. I'm like, I mean, are you doing the things he wants you to do? Or at least trying to be a good person? You trying to be faithful? Because if you don't talk about it, you don't receive to, like, put your mind into it or not. Like, how many times do you get angry in that, you know, what you do as a person? Do you lash out? Do you get mad at people and that? Do you cuss people out? Or do you constantly complain? I said most people that complain is because they have, well, anxiety and that. Because they want to pursue to know everything. You know absolutely fucking nothing. You know so little that your brain couldn't even comprehend like 2% of the actual knowledge that God has, if not more. Like just the basic knowledge of the world would stop your fucking brain. You couldn't understand it. You couldn't like. I say this is what people try to believe. Like, I acknowledge what I know, you're prideful. You want to know stuff that you can't fucking comprehend. If you can't comprehend these things, you're not supposed to believe these things. And that's where a lot of people tend to kind of fight that bullet. And would you assume that they're smart? I always ask, if you're so smart, then why don't you know the things that I know? And they get confused. So you listen to other people talk about stuff that you don't. How do you know? People can talk about the Word of God. Talk about it. But they're not actually saying the Word of God. They talk about it. I tend to do it myself sometimes, but I do it with my own intentions, not what God's intended to do. Like I he's coming the first time with just a warning of telling us to do his work. Is it hard to do his work? Yes, it's never supposed to be easy. It's never supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be hard.
Man-shaped bearing with fur and massive
Because
horns.
the double snares
You
us.
see one. Do not approach. Do not engage. Do not
All the time
attack.
with stuff.
Turn back and leave. As
And tries to push
quietly as you
lemitations
can.
on us. To defy him. To sit there and push God away. And sometimes, a lot of times, it's wealth or lust or something like that. Puppy. He's in the bed outside. Why don't you sit outside, baby puppy? Hey, babies. Oh, yeah, baby puppy. Baby puppy butt. Yeah, you're so pretty. You know, and that's how you have to look at it. Like, are you truly happy with the way you live life? I always say people that don't go out in the public and don't talk to human beings, their own other human beings, they don't think like a normal human being. How people have social anxiety that they can't be themselves around people. I was gonna say there's a reason why. Sometimes you think that you're not better than someone. You're like, oh well, I don't know how to act because I hate myself. Or maybe you think, that you're better. My friends is the lady I work with, and I have to talk about because she's a prime example of someone snared by the double. She's a narcissist. She's an active controller. She doesn't believe in Jesus, and that makes up all these excuses in the world about her life. She's lazy. She only wants to work whenever it deems necessary. She never wants to give, she's a time waster and that. I mean, the other guy were talking about that. She goes to the bathroom every fucking hour. She came in late today, and by the time I left, it was only 3 hours. And I know people have to go in the bathroom now because of specific reasons and that. Because I go in the bathroom for reasons because I have eczema and that. And sometimes my skin gets dry. I don't carry lotion on me. No, like I should, honestly, to tell the truth. And so I sit there and I put water on my face and that. If I have dry skin, that sometimes I fucking go there and I fucking make sure I moisturize my fucking skin. And I scratch off dead skin. And I do it quite a bit. It's fucking annoying. I hate this, disease that I have and that, but it is what it is.
15. Frostbitten. 6. Old age.
I have hope one day it's gonna get better if I keep up.
54. Starvation.
3. Ruby's inside! But it's always little things. And the double got to me the other day, a couple days ago, man. I felt like I started to dislike myself because I felt it just hit me like a fucking brick. My skin was flaring up, it was dry as fuck, and that. I was like, I can't handle this stuff, and that was very annoying to me. And I was thinking about it, and I'm like, my god, this is a fucking terrible decision. I know I never let it get to me, and I was going to just ignore it. But we can't, it's like, I'm trying to ignore problems. And like, I don't want to ignore anymore, so now I'm gonna go and see if I can get me some pharmaceuticals and my lotion and stuff like that to be able to sit there and, you know how to shoot this? If there was a way to like get non-prescriptional medicine, which I don't like, prescription medicine I dislike the most. All they are is just medicines that are on trial and shit. They're not 100% because they're still going through that crap. I love our technology in that, but I don't believe it's too much. There's a reason why people have these type of disorders and that. A lot of times, sometimes it's never outside that. The sun is a beautiful thing. That's what we got.
Thank you, Wanderer. Without you, I'd be dead. Think I can manage from here? Please.
Sure. Bunch of pointless shit to do. But yeah, that's why we have to be. We have to make choices. Our choices have to be in the content of what our lives actually are, because, like me, for instance, like they say, you know, the devil wants to confuse you to make you think that you're not worthy of anything. You know? It's kind of like the main thing, the reason why a lot of people have psychological issues and that. Fear. Fear is what destroys almost everybody. Being afraid of being yourself. And then the contradiction of other people doing the same thing towards you. Like I said, the two ladies I work with, they're always afraid of everything. They're so afraid of just living that they make up excuses for everything because of fear. That's like, what the fuck are you afraid? Afraid of what? What if this? What if that? Like, what if what? There's a percent. You are overthinking every damn thing. I say, when you overthink things, you're trying to act like your will needs to be done, but you're fucking stupid as fuck. You're just an idiot. When you're a fucking moron, that doesn't make any sense. You say your will be done because you don't have a. Your will doesn't mean shit. And that's when people get mad. What do you mean? I don't mean anything. You really don't. You have choices to follow a fool or follow the righteous. If you follow the fool, then you're gonna be doing foolish things your whole entire life, which is why drugs are so fucking bad. But if you follow the righteous in that, you won't do those things. I have people that brag about being sober and shit. Like, why do you brag about being sober? Oh, there's 5 righteousness. Oh, that's what I want. But the damage is so damn low. Well, it's not that low, though. It's 900. I can raise it up a bit. Let's go. Oh, because that'll increase my overall damage. If I could get that up to like 7, that would be phenomenally fucking just better. Because it's 4 more. And 4 more would be a huge ass increasement. You have enough?
One of my best.
No, I don't. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Favorite that.
Good salvage.
Nope. Where's that? Only damage has the execution on that. Stupid as fuck. I forgot that. It's only at 66%. Oh, max on that 70. Okay. Thing is, all I have is that ring, so I can't even put this on it. That's what gives you more damage. Looks like I'll be going through a couple of these dungeons then. Oh man, I wish I had the one. That was the Horizon one. I used to find them all the time. I don't find them anymore. Oh, there it is. But yeah, it's just like the little things in life that we have to go through. And when I see people that sit there and like they torment themselves, you can see that they're fucking. They're so fucking tormented as a human being. They don't even realize how tormented they are. Show off, like to talk about things you like to do. That's why I tell people, like, talk about what you like to do and that. Talk about things you like to do. You know, when they talk about that, you know, when you look at their life and that, it kind of explains your life. Like, just fuck what I'm saying what I do. I'm a researcher. I research psychology all the time. I research the Bible now more than ever. No, I like to, you know, listen to other human beings' stories and that, you know. I say other people's stories now, whatever you want to say, you know, how to group this up. I'm very interested in how people are raised or how people like do things in their life and that. Because the experiences are nice and they're like fun little stories and that are sharing. They like adapt it to my own personal life to understand even more why people are the way that they are. And I can also look at it from the perspective of how I am too, to understand even more. That's what makes it beautiful. Not to compare each other to everybody else. To live as one. Learning never stops. And people want to assume that they know things. Too much of things. I said, if you knew as much as you want to think that you knew, you wouldn't be the person that you'd like to know. You wouldn't be the same person. If you're doing what you call acquisition or, you know what I mean, you just make up shit. Because I heard it from someone else. Yes, you can hear contradictions all the time. Doesn't mean they're all the time, because I hear people say, oh, if you're in your 30s and that you already wasted your life away, you might as well just quit. That you can never get things done. I've seen that shit on the internet. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? There's people that accomplish shit in their fucking 60s. That person's trying to pretend to be God, and that person's a blasphemous fucking piece of shit of a person. You know, bless his soul, that, but that has huge amounts of degrading. Degrade a bunch of people in their 30s, and that was just basically everybody. In a sense, it was all millennials were all in their 30s and their late 20s and shit.
I won't last on my own. I can't take anymore.
You know, because being rich is everything. And I have to think about something I said. It takes a good 10 years to make a decent amount of money if you save up and you finance yourself good. 10 years. Maybe less. But then again, if you work from 30 to 60, which most people tend to do, that's 30 years of work. If you finance yourself perfectly fine, you can have money no matter what. For young people, yeah, if you start at 18 years old until 30, you got, 12 years of really good financial things that, yeah, you can have money in your fucking 30s, not. Okay. But you don't want to do it, so why are people sitting there, like, doing these type of things and complaining about it? That was my biggest worry, man. I used to worry about that shit all the damn time, like, oh, what do I do to be rich and all stuff, and that be this, that, this, that. I said, what do I do to just be a good person? What do I do, to understand life more? And then you start to think about it. There's a lot of people that just work normal jobs. And they're happy as fuck. And then you got people that worry about money all the time, and they're always miserable as fuck. Now, it could be a hobby. I agree with it. You can have clean money hobbies and that. No, nothing wrong with that. If you like to buy stuff and that, like my uncle likes to buy certain products and that. He has a little hobby in that, because he has excess money in that. But he's also a very upfront person that. He taught me a couple things that. He said, be an asshole. Be an asshole not necessarily be mean, but you speak the truth. He's like, as long as you speak the truth, because God says it, as long as you speak the truth, people might hate you for the truth. That God is, that Jesus Christ is, our creator of everything. And he is the one we should be worshiping. People say, well, what about Mary? Like, Mary, You don't worship Mary because Mary doesn't make sense to worship because Mary's not divine.
How can I help?
That's where the Catholics get that problem and they worship Mary, worship all this crap, and I was like, why do you worship things? How much did I get? I got 2,000 of these damn things? Damn, I didn't get that much. Perfect. Just what I wanted. It has more armor too because it is a upgrade. Nice. I'm rather excited to see. I don't want to look at my damage right now. I just want to look at the thing I got. This thing I got up. I went from 66 to 90%. I have 15 levels into this. Dude, this guy gets the best fucking shit to give him. Huge. Huge. This is the other one I have to get up. Amount of armor increasement. So the first one is this. I got this up. Is that I get all that extra armor. That. And this is another one I got up at. This gives me increased damage and increased armor. This is the next one I have to get up. I don't know how to get it though. I have to go look at it and see what kind of thing. I might get 7 of this. Your armor is increased by 150% of your shield block. My shield block is boosted up by this by 55% chance. And my armor gets a boost too. And it's got this up by 4 more. I think it was at 11, now it's at 14. Or 15. Went up by 33%. It should increase this by quite a bit. 100,000. Yeah. Now we have to see. I'm happy I got it though. Well, because it increases my fire damage too, so that is going to increase even more now too, in general. So it's gonna be good. I need to take a piss. I will be right back. Like I said, just decking out my character slowly, just finding out all the little perks and that video deck out. They need to remaster Diablo or remake Diablo fucking. funny thing is Diablo 1, you never really play. You have an attack. The only one I ever had magic was sorcerer. If you do this one. Is that the reason why people like being mages? I had so many of these. I got worth 1,100 of these. You get so many of these. What was the Diablo 4 one? Into person. Active person What the fuck is my name?
You think you won? This is just the beginning.
The barbarian. This shit's so funny. There's these people that make fun of Diablo now. Oh no, there's a wall.
Father bless. What do you need?
Oh god, he killed me. Yeah, thank you guys for making fun of Diablo in general. Like, Diablo went from like when you grind, it was an easy grind from Diablo 1. The Diablo was really a hard ass grind to get it grind. It really get decent. And once you get the decent game, you have it. But I think getting gear in Diablo 2 and Diablo 1 were so much easier because you just find stuff, it's just more damage, and equip it. Let me show it where it is on your map. Build a stun ratio. We'll do the stun default then. I remember playing Uber Lilith. She's so fucking cheap. She does that one-shot bullshit. They all just die. Yeah, Urilla is a fucking bitch. Yeah, like dodge her attacks and shit. It's so stupid. I guess 49% is the highest you can get. Oh, get bored. I'm gonna get off for a little bit.